Hi guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video by Yamzi. So on today's video, I'm going to be telling a story of how I shot my shot and it got declined. Bad things happen to good people, y'all. I didn't necessarily shoot my shot. I dropped hints there and there until the nigga got it. So what happened was I had a major crush on this dark-skinned nigga, delicious man, handsome, tall as hell. Okay, he wasn't tall as hell, but dark, tall and handsome. So I had a crush on this guy and we went to the same campus. So I'd see the guy and be like, ooh, the guy looks delicious, And then this one time I used to go to church, campus church, in G5. Yeah, I used to go to a church, and then I'd see him there. I'd be like, oh, hey brother. And I'm not much of a church goer, but I was going because I thought I needed the Lord Jesus. Well, I did need him, but I just wanted, I thought church was cool. Well, I didn't necessarily think church was cool. I just went there because I just came from home, and at home we used to go to church. I'm like, okay, let me do it because my mother's gonna call anyway and ask you, did you go to church this Sunday? So I'm like, okay, fine, let me go to church. So that is why I went to church. And then I'd see this brother man, and I'd go there almost every Sunday just to see him, because basically I went there to see my crush. I didn't care about the service because my favorite part of any church service is worship time, and then once they start preaching, I start sleeping. Well, it depends on who's preaching. So let me get back to the story. So what happened is I saw the guy there, and then I think there was like a function at the church. It was like a modeling thing, like Mr. and Mrs. something. So I entered that, and when I entered, I actually wanted the guy to be my partner. But I wasn't friends with the people. I knew the people at church now, but I wasn't really friends with them because I wasn't into the church things. I was just someone who goes in and worships and then gets out as soon as they can. So yeah, he didn't get to be my partner, but I saw him because I think we were all sitting in this one lecture venue, and he was there. He was talking to other people, and obviously he only greeted me because we didn't know each other. And then I went back to my friends. I'm like, yo, I saw him. He was right next to me, and blah 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 blah. And I would see him on campus. Yeah, I would see him on campus. Most of the time, I don't attend my classes. Well, it happens. My favorite sport is the quad. I'm always at the quad. 99% of the time, I'm always at the quad. So I'll always see him at the quad, and I'll be pointing at him like a teenage crush, high school, primary, those things. I'd point at him and be like, that's my man, yeah. Because if I have a crush on someone, they're not just my crush, they are my man. Totally. Ubabona batini and dibani when I am, and that's it. So I'll see him and be like, yo, that's my man. I saw my man today, all those type of things. So then I stopped going to the church on campus because I got tired. And then now I went to this other church. Now when I was going to this other church, I thought like, no. So the guy is a church going guy, so he likes taking pictures. So like, okay, fine, so this is what I will do. So I started going to this church, and then I'd take snaps and post on Instagram, and he would view them and be like, oh my god, my man viewed my stories, he knows I go to church. So me and him are like a match made in heaven. Voila, one day it's gonna kick in and nigga's gonna ask me out. I carried on, and then this one time there was a strike at school, so I love attending strikes. I swear I go to campus for all the wrong reasons. So I love attending strikes. So Shruti, he saw me there. No, he didn't see me there. Or when we were coming back from the strike, I think me and my friends took a taxi. So he saw me in town, and he DM'd me. He's like, yo, I saw you in town. And I'm like, he saw me like in a crowd of people. He was able to spot this beauty. I mean, he likes me. He wants to marry me. He wants to take me to his parents, And then I was going all crazy. I was asking my friends, should I reply? What should I say? Blah, 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 blah. Because I was in love. I was totally in love. And then, okay, obviously I answered. I was like, yeah, that was me, blah, blah, blah. And then that was it. And then I'd carry on posting. every Sunday going to church. And then this one time he was like, oh, you should invite me to your church. I'm like, brothers, say no more. What you want, I shall deliver. I will cater to you. And this one, go Beyonce or all you needed to say, oh no, all you needed to do is just ask, and you did just that, my brother and sister is gonna deliver, baby. I will deliver. And obviously I did. No, I didn't. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invite him to my church. And then what happened was, so the time I was planning to inviting him, it was close to school holidays. I think it was September holidays. So I always go home on holidays because my mother wants me home. Boring, I know. So yeah, so I was like, okay, fine, I'm going home this weekend. Can we, like, when we come back, can I invite you there? It was like, no, it's cool. So fine. Now we come back and I'm like, yo, the church offer still stands and blah 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 blah. Oh no, before that, yeah, no, I think, yeah, before that. So like I had invited him to oh, then I like, okay, I'm inviting him. Now it's gonna be a Sunday, so I'm inviting him. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, like, we're all doing this on Instagram, and Instagram is expensive if you're using data. So I'm like, okay, fine. Now nigga said he's coming to my church, but he didn't ask for my number. So I'm like, hold up, what am I gonna do now? Because how am I gonna contact him? Because first of all, I didn't have data, and I wasn't about to buy data just to talk to a nigga on Instagram. Hell no, I didn't have that kind of money. Not that it's a lot, but cancel in Vodacom, so expensive. So hi again. Okay, now I invite him to church, and I'm like, oh, I think you should send me your number so I could text you on WhatsApp, so that'll be like easier communication since it's WhatsApp and WhatsApp is cheaper. And it's like, oh yeah. And then he gave me his number, but we ended up not going to church. So now I had his number on WhatsApp, and sometimes he'd comment on my statuses because girl is crazy, yo. I need to admit, sometimes I can be a little, well, not a little, sometimes a bit too much, but sometimes like a small nyana. But either way, I sickle up. So he'd comment, I'm like, no, I need to tell this nigga what's happening. Sisters in love, yo. Okay, so I don't remember when. So like we were speaking about like general things and stuff. And then this one time I'm like, oh, you know what? The sis likes you, and the sis would like to pursue a relationship with you. And then the nigga was like, okay, he hears me, but he has a girlfriend. Did my world not come crumbling down? Did it not? Like, I was ready to be umama mfundisi. I was preparing myself to wear those long dresses, to preach in front of the congregants. Do they call them that? I don't know. To hold a sermon, attend an all-night prayer. I was ready. Like, that was me. Like, I even referred to myself as umama mfundisi. Like, my friends knew to umama mfundisi, because obviously my guy is a church guy, so I am what he is, able. So yeah, nigga, he told me that, and shame, I was hurt. Like, I was hurt a bit, and he was like, so is otinindo? And I'm like, no, I respect that you have, like, you in a relationship, and I don't want to mess with that, so it's fine. If we cannot pursue what I want, then let's just let it be, because I ain't down for vibing and shit, you know, and I respect people who have girlfriends. Yeah, and that's it. That's the story. This is the end of the story, basically. So we never got to date, and I still like the guy. Well, not like, no, not anymore. Like, I like him, but not like him. I think at first I was in love. Like, yo, I was a sick love puppy. That's what they call it, yeah. Hopeless romantic, because maybe I'm not in, maybe I'm too nice, maybe I just met the kind of wrong niggas in my life. I don't really know the lyrics that much, but okay, that's the song. You see, if that guy didn't think I'm crazy, like he probably did really like me, because I was super crazy. Well, I wasn't like psycho crazy, but I was like low-key crazy. I remember this one time my friend actually went to church, to her church somewhere in town. So she went there and then she saw him there and she took a snap. Oh my god, and she sent it to me. It's like, yo, your man is here. I'm like, oh, why didn't you invite me to your church? Why didn't I attend? Because I was gonna see my man. And like, oh my god, I was hurt. But okay, not that hurt necessarily, because even if she had invited me, I wouldn't have went. But yo, oh, and this other time, like I was with my friends and we were laughing at something else, and like he was passing by and then he just looked at us, and I was so fucking mad at my friends. I'm like, why did you laugh so loud? Because now a nigga probably thinks we're talking about him, and we laughed at him. Like that's what he thinks, but we're not laughing at him. I'm like, yo, my man is gonna be so mad at me now. I'm not gonna get to be with him. Oh god, I was crazy. Yeah, this is my story of how I shot my shot and found out the nigga had a girlfriend. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Love and light.